Guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're tuning into this video, you need to know I am currently breastfeeding. So if you're like, where are your clothes at and what's those noise I'm hearing, I am breastfeeding to make this video. Okay, so it is 2020 and you want to know, how do I grow organically? Like, what do I do? How could I make this work? Well, if you're starting from the bottom of the food chain, it's going to take you some time. So this video is no way going to grow you overnight. Okay, I know that there are a lot of videos out there that say, oh, I can grow you overnight. That is absolutely insane. Okay, there's no way to grow insta-famous overnight, but if you do take these tips, you can grow over time. As you can see, I have thumbnailed my actual following on here so you guys can see, oh, this girl knows what she's talking about, and I'm not just throwing that out there. So first tip, make sure that whatever you do, you're using hashtags. I know that a lot of people say hashtags don't work and hashtags are kind of like dull and they kind of look like spammy, but honestly, hashtags work. You want to make sure that if you're not adding your hashtag in your caption, you're actually adding it in your comments. Now, you can hear a lot of things, or a lot of people say a lot of different things about it, but it's actually your preference. So if you want to add it at the end of your picture caption, it will be seen just as much. So make sure that you add a hashtag to everything you do, and make sure that the number one thing, it's relevant. Whatever you take a picture of, you want to always take hashtags that actually apply to your picture. So if you're taking a picture of your dog, you don't want to add Insta famous or hashtag outfit of the day, because people will not click on that. People will not see it because it has no relevance to your picture. So if you're taking a picture of your dog, you want to make sure that you're using hashtags that pertain to your dog. Okay, pups of Instagram, puppy of the day, pup OOTD, like, I don't know what it can pertain, but just make sure that you keep it relevant to your photo. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using not the most popular hashtags. You want to make sure that you're using our most popular hashtags. So you don't want to add too many million and some change posts. Make sure that you're keeping it between the 200,000s and the 300,000s, because you want it to be popular enough to be seen, but not popular or too popular to get flooded and get buried in like all the other photos that people are adding to that hashtag. So make sure that you're using relevant and basically important hashtags, but not too important. So the second tip that I want you guys to know is, whatever you do, tag everything. It is so vital to grow and make sure that you're growing by tagging everything that you use. So if you're taking a picture of your daughter, if you're taking a picture of your husband or boyfriend, if you're taking a picture of your bass, you're a musician, if you're taking a picture of your outfit, tag everything you're wearing, everything they are wearing, everything you're using, because tag people or whatever you're using, that brings eyes on your photo and on your content. And as soon as somebody's mentioned and tagged, what are they doing? They're going straight to your page. So make sure you tag everything. The third tip that I want to tell you guys is, never go back and redo your caption. So it's very important to make sure that when you put your caption in play, you have grammar checked the heck out of that caption, because as soon as you go back and try to edit it, the Instagram bot or whatever it's working Instagram is going to go back and see, okay, it's an error, it's incorrect, and they're going to shoot it back down to the bottom of the Instagram tab. So when somebody actually does flip, they have to scroll through to get to your page or your profile or your picture that you have shown. Make sure that when you submit your caption, you looked over it, you fact checked it, you did whatever you did. If there is an error, make sure that you leave it. One, because you want people, as soon as they open Instagram, to see your post, and they're going to see it because they're going to be at the top of the feed if you do not change it. So just make sure that when you do submit your photo and you do press submit or update or upload, make sure it is exactly the way you want it, because I'm telling you, it will happen, it will shoot it down, and you will not get as much likes or as much comments or as much engagement as you need. Okay? The fourth tip I want to tell you is, it's very important, as soon as you post, to engage, okay? Engagement is the number one thing that's going to help you grow your Instagram. You want to make sure that you're engaging with other people, whatever their content may be, and make sure that you genuinely care about what they're saying, because if you don't, Instagram is also going to see, okay, she's posting or he's posting emojis and it's not as relevant, or they're spammy, or they're bots, because Instagram has cracked down on bots so much. You want to make sure that you're not looking like a bot. So genuinely make sure that you're engaging on other people's comments as most as engaging on yours. You want to make sure that you're doing, in the first hour, it's so important to actually engage as much as you can on your feed, okay, on your post that you just uploaded. Why? I'm glad you asked. So it's so important to make sure that you're engaging on your post, because as soon as you're engaging, Instagram is like, okay, this is popular, okay, this is known. Instagram is making sure that as soon as they see like thousands of comments, or maybe 20 comments, that they're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And the more that Instagram pushes your post, the more eyes that will see it. Fifth tip to help you grow. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using your location. So what I've noticed is a dynamic difference in what I actually post is I make sure that I tag the location wherever I am. I don't do it on every single post, but I know when it's popping or when it's popular, when I'm outside, I make sure that I tag my location. So wherever you are, you want to make sure that you tag whatever location you're at, so it's seen as much as it can by everyone in your location. You don't want to just put, hey, I'm checking out Kroger, or hey, I'm at Foot Locker or Hibbett Sports, or wherever people go, I don't know. Wherever you go, you want to make sure that you add Atlanta, Georgia, or Washington, D.C., or just your location, because it's going to actually blow up wherever you are, okay? And that's so important to actually grow your page, because everyone in your area is going to be able to see your post, be able to see their post, and you're going to actually see a lot of engagement for the people around you and not so much all over the world. I'll give you 2 more tips that's actually really important. The 6th tip that I want to say is make sure whatever you do, you're actually planning out your feed, because it's so important to have a great aesthetic, because your aesthetic is telling people, okay, this is my story, this is what it looks like. You don't want to just have a feed that is just dull and it's just random and looks spotty. You want to actually start planning your content and planning what to put up. So this is my profile. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Getting a bit of a glare. So you guys see that? So my aesthetic is warm toned, it's earthy. I wanted to make sure that the aesthetic represented me. I do create my own presets, so I do not sell them, unfortunately, because I'm still learning and I'm still growing and understanding editing and everything. So I don't sell my presets, but it is so vitally important to make sure that you have an aesthetic that represents you. I know that we go out there and we buy a lot of different things that represent other people and what other people have done, but you want to pick something that just shows you shows everyone who you are and make it look good, because your aesthetic is what's going to basically build your traction and build your followers. And it's so important to have an aesthetic, because you're in literally a whirlpool of so many other people and so many other creators and so many other people who have influence. You want to make sure yours stands out. One tip that I want to help you guys grow is knowing to choose social friends. So I understand that we all have friends outside of actual Instagram. I understand it's reality and then it's social influence or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to actually build a community, build relationships, build friendships through social media, because those are going to be the #1 people who actually see your content. The more you talk to the people, the more your content is seen. So make sure that you're actually building genuine friendships and relationships through social media. So it's not just a whole bunch of people that don't know you that you want to just win over, you're actually building and growing your friendships, which actually grow your Instagram as well. Because whenever you do something, you shout other people out or they shout you out, like that's your actual friend. And it's not friends you may know, it may become that. But for instance, like I was maybe 10 or 60 people short. I was at 9,990 followers. My husband, he shouted me out and I ended up gaining 61 followers overnight. It's important to actually build friendships and build relationships, because then after he did it, it was like literally a domino effect. So many people shouted me out and I was able to reach my goal, 10K, by the next day, believe it or not. So now I'm obviously at 11K and it's literally insane. But I feel like as soon as you get to where you want to get, it's just going to skyrocket. Make sure you have like short-term goals. Don't be like, I want to get to 10K overnight. I was like, okay, I started at maybe 2,800 followers 2 years ago when I started blogging, okay? I have implemented every tip I have given you in my growing, and if you followed me, you could literally see it. So many people have seen it and they're like, wow, what the heck? Like, I have done everything that I have told you guys to a T, okay? There is so much that you can research and learn, and do not buy followers whatsoever. I have never bought a follower and I've wanted to. I literally have wanted to. I've wanted to buy millions. I've wanted to pay $6. Like my husband jokes every night, and it's like, Trinity, like, you know, if you want some followers, I got you. But if you buy followers and you do all that stuff to just try to be Insta famous or get to your dream goals, like, it's really going to hurt you in the long run, because it's not going to make you credible. Just make sure when you're growing, you do not want to buy followers. Make sure that you're implementing every tip that I've given you to grow organically, because when you grow organically, you see the success that you want to see. So if you ended up liking this video, make sure you like it, give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below either use these tips before or you're going to, and let me know your success. Let me know what happens for you. Okay, so that is all that I have for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.